Hi everyone, welcome back to Aidans Railways. I can't even remember what day of the week it is now because of this lockdown, but little video, I don't know how long it's going to take, time lapse a lot of it. I'm going to start building some of those 009 wagons and coaches and things like that. The paint's ordered, it's on its way, so today's just going to be a case of building them. So enjoy. So there we have one narrow gauge coach. I'm not putting the couplings on at the moment until I've got all the other ones built, but the next job for this is paint. So that's one coach built. Just very quickly before I move on to the next one, I've just fitted these brake pipes. They are actually white metal. I wasn't too sure about where to put them, but I am not going to put them towards the centre because obviously that coupling has got to fit there, so I've moved them over towards the side. This isn't a gap if any of you are worrying. This is actually, it's the brown paint that I mixed on the inside when I was painting the panels, so there's nothing to worry about there. It's not actually a gap. It did fool me earlier on, but it's not. So next on, I'm going to move on to some of the trucks. I think I'm going to leave the open coach and the guards van for the minute. I want to see if I can get some of these trucks done. So here we go, we have our little four-wheel truck or van. I haven't put the couplings on as with the other ones. I have got a pack of couplings. I'm just going to wait till I've built everything up so I can make sure I can get everything to the right height. But nice little one there. As ever, we're still waiting for the paint, so we'll get back to you when we get to the painting. At the moment I'm currently working on the guards coach, and well, we'll move on with that one as well. Well, now I'm going to move on to the last two kits. The missing kit from Peter Spares, brilliant. Peter Spares sent out that kit very quickly as well. So that's arrived, so we can get that one done. And I've got the four-wheel open coach as well to do. Just very quickly, I've had a question whilst I've been filming this as to what couplings and couplers have I been using in relation to this, bearing in mind that obviously I'm still in the process of doing it. The small Slate wagons here, they actually do come with a coupling, but they're missing the metal hoop. The actual hook's there, but they're missing the hoop, and you're meant to purchase them separately. You can bend wire to that size, and there is some wire with that kit. But what I've actually chosen to do is I've got two sets of different couplings. What I've done is I've got the GR103 NEM pockets that you can just put together, glue them together and place them where you want them on the actual coach, which work with both of these. Now this is the GR102 or 102, and these are your sort of like generic normal hook and hoop coupling that you get with most 009 items. But as well as those, I've actually purchased some of these, which I've actually used on the Slate wagons, all except for the two far ends, which are like a close coupling hook and eye set. I mean, just say make them out there. There's some more here. They fit into the NEM pockets as well, but in some of them, I think on those actual wagons, I didn't use the pockets, and I've actually glued them in situ, and they work perfectly fine. So it was just to inform you that, for instance, this set here doesn't actually include couplings. On the speaking of the actual Slate wagon ones, and I can't seem to find it now that I want it, there was actually some small chain with it, and you could actually use the chain to sort of like prototypically join the actual trucks together. But I've chosen not to use that, and I've used the close couplings instead. So anyway, I'm going to move on to these two kits, and then following that, it's just a case of moving on to paint. So enjoy. Well, see, there's today's progress. At the moment, I am just waiting for these steps to dry, and then I can do the other side. But you can see there, steps are missing there. They're on this one. It's probably not very clear on here, but there are actually people inside, and I did paint it a cream colour inside. And just say make someone out in there. I haven't bothered to place people inside of this one because with it being an open coach, I can do that anytime. But I did paint the interior cream just so that they will show up a lot better. Like I say, just waiting for those steps there to dry, and then I can move on and do the steps on the other side, and I can leave them overnight, and we'll get some paint on tomorrow. As for the couplers, you can just see this end. There we go, get a bit of focus in. This end and this end, there we are. You can just see these are the NEM pockets. I can't remember what number it is now. I think it is 103. Yeah, I think it's 103. You just put them on, two pieces you just glue together, and I've just put them on centrally at the ends, like I've done with the coach that is actually complete. Just needs painting over here. So yeah, you can just see them. So next job is get the other steps on, get these brake vacuum pipes onto the other one, on the other two, and we'll start on paint tomorrow. Well, there we have it, folks. If you haven't already met Rheneas and Skarloey, these are the two offending articles or characters that have caused me to have to build these rather delicate slate trucks and the open coaches, the vans, all that sort of thing. Just a reminder, these are the old Dundas Parkside kits. They go together surprisingly easily, even these ones. I was amazed at that. Just to give you a bit of a close-up, and I don't know how well this will look, they are the close couplers in situ. All I've done is I have used one of the original couplers there, which doesn't have the hoop, but obviously the loco does, and I've just put close couplers all the way along. I failed to put one at the rear because I'm yet to decide whether I'm going to get some more of those or not, and that'll sort of let me know which one I should actually coupling I should put on the back, whether it be a close coupling or one of these hoop and eye ones. But anyway, so I went for a ivory cream top half and a sky blue bottom half. This was just a sort of, it was to get a rough colour of some of the coaches on the Skarloey Railway, because Katie was pretty adamant that I try and get them as close as I could. I mean, obviously they're not the same coaches because they actually have 3 compartments on those. This little van is much smaller, so I just run it with this one here. What I did with these was I put a close coupler between this one and the van, but it also means I can put that onto the slate trucks if I want, and I can actually connect that one to the van to the slate trucks if I want. But on the opposite side, I'm basically using this a bit like Triang and Hornby did with the double O. It's basically, at the moment, it's sitting as a converter truck. So we've got the hook and eye there, and we've got the close coupler there. But those just come straight off. Because they're on NEM pockets, you can just pull them clean straight off and replace them with a close coupler or vice versa. Now, I've got lots of the close couplers left, and I haven't yet tried it, but I may potentially put the close couplers between these coaches, because like I say, they just pull off and you can push on the other ones straight away. So if you do buy these kits, just remember there's a few options out there. The packs aren't very expensive. I picked up a load of them. I got some from Peter's Spares and I got some from the Model Centre as well. It would be both operating brilliantly online. And the paints, the Humbrol paints here, I went for the enamels and with the acrylic on the roof. They are actually, I got them from the Model Centre as well. I ordered them one day, they were here the next. So even during these trying times, everyone is working really hard to make sure we've got everything we need. But there you are, brake vacuum pipes, they're all fitted now as well. And the steps, word of warning to anyone doing these, those steps are incredibly delicate and they will fall off. I've had to change tack from ordinary polystyrene cement to super glue at one point. I'm not too sure how well this shows up, but there are actually people inside these coaches. That was the one I'd painted brown interior, but this one here I went for the cream. You can just say start to make people out. Paint job isn't the best, but to be honest, when it's going around the layout, it looks perfectly fine. Slate trucks are meant to look dirty as well anyway. I didn't put anyone in this one yet, but with being an open coach, I figured when I get some more people, they're going to be very easy just to fit inside. So I left it to that. The actual people that are in these, the little model people that are in these two coaches, actually came from a scrap 00 coach, a Mark 1, which someone had put people into, but the coach itself was complete scrap. So I just removed them from there and gave them a different paint job and placed them in. But there we go, that's been a nice little project for a few days. It's kept me occupied, it's kept Katie occupied. We've had questions about it before we even made the video, making the video. So if I can help you out, if you've got any questions as to any problems you might have building them, if you choose to do it. But these are a far cheaper alternative than buying the ready-made ones. They're not very hard. They go together incredibly quickly and simply. Just take your time. There's a lot of flash on the plastic, and it's just take your time cutting it down. You probably might not have been able to see that in these time-lapse videos, but for every, I don't know, 10 or 15 second time-lapse of video, that might have been half an hour or more, with me just cutting off flash and filing or rubbing down. All those bits of prep, they make all the difference when you're building them. So for the time being, until Rusty arrives, our little 009 diesel engine, until then, I don't think we'll be buying any more coaches, but I do think there will be I know for a fact when we get Rusty, we're probably going to need some more of these Slate trucks, and I would imagine another 3 of the coaches as well, to do in the red colour. And then I think we should have a fair amount of stock. I think after that, the only thing I might potentially purchase, possibly ready to run, would be some small vans. But like I said, very easy to build, occupied me, kept me happy. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's given you some inspiration, or just enjoyed watching it. I will leave you with some running video of both of them pulling various combinations and things like that. I'm just using it on N-gauge track at the moment. I'm not actually putting it on 009. It's just, we've got a little circuit that Katie has for our N-gauge, but I've got a ton of flexi track. I just haven't got anywhere to stick it down on at the moment. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed this. I've enjoyed making these. It's been different. I think it's time to move back onto the Mallard now, the O-gauge project, and there's a number of items coming through the post soon. So hope you're all keeping well, stay safe, stay indoors, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.